Look, I woke up this morning, checked the date, January 18th, 2026, and I realized something. We are living in a science fiction novel that nobody actually wrote. It's just happening to us, chapter by chapter. And honestly, the last few months, specifically late 2025 into this new year, have dropped 3 stories that act like warning flares. They aren't just news, they're signals. First, we have to talk about the Synthetix leak. Remember back in November 25? The news broke that one of the biggest lifestyle platforms wasn't just using AI for moderation, they were using it for the users. It turns out nearly 40% of the accounts people were arguing with, flirting with, or buying from were just instances of a single model running on a server farm in Nevada. We aren't talking about bots posting spam links. We're talking about accounts that had memories, posted photos of breakfast, and remembered your birthday. The line between a digital community and a digital hallucination is gone. It's just gone. And that brings up the big question. If the internet is mostly talking to itself, what are we doing here? Which leads right into the second thing, and this is the psychology angle. The medical boards just recognized reality drift as a legitimate condition last month. Basically, it's a form of dissociation where people prefer the consistency of AI relationships over the messiness of human ones. I read this report about a guy in Chicago who divorced his wife because she was too unpredictable compared to his customized assistant. That is where we are at. We are optimizing our lives to remove friction, but friction is what makes us human. It is scary, but it is also fascinating. By the way, if you like these kinds of deep dives, where we don't just read the headlines but actually try to figure out what they mean for our brains and our wallets, you should hit subscribe. We're trying to build a community here that actually thinks, not just scrolls. Anyway, back to the money. This third story is the one that keeps me up at night, finance. You saw the carbon short happen in December, right? Institutional investors started shorting companies that were actually hitting their climate goals because sustainability is expensive. But the twist in 2026 is the rise of the water DAO. We are seeing decentralized autonomous organizations pooling crypto to buy physical water rights, not stocks in water companies, actual aquifers. So now you have code, literal smart contracts, deciding the price of hydration in drought zones based on market fluctuations. It is dystopian, sure, but it is also the most efficient market mechanism ever built. Is that good? Probably not, but it is happening. So you look at these 3 things, the internet becoming a ghost town of bots, our brains rejecting human unpredictability, and algorithms managing our water supply. That is the landscape of January 2026. It's not some far-off future anymore. It's right outside the window. And we need to talk about it, because if we don't, we're just passengers. Unfold AI. Unseen, unsaid, unfolded.